All right, so we are off and running. Today is all about building endurance, that stamina. It would typically be a long run day for me, so I'll put the same amount of time in on my bike. So it'll be 2 hours and I think 25 minutes in total. So we're just gonna get it done on the mountain bike. You know, it's a little humid today. We've had rain all night. It just stopped raining a few minutes ago. Normally I like to be out and basically have my workout in by now, but I've been waiting for the rain to stop. And I think we've got a bit of a window here for me to be able to get this done. So that's what we're working on today. Oh goodness, it's a little breezy, about 70 degrees, but we're gonna make it work. All right, I'm gonna let you go for now, but we'll talk more as I get into the workout. Oh, and now, even though this is an easy, long ride, I will still be up out of the saddle probably the majority of the time, except when I'm filming, getting a drink, that kind of thing. Just because I like to get that full hip extension, full leg extension. I just feel so much better than when I'm sitting, at least through this recovery phase anyway, as I continue to work on that little bit of hip flexor and abductor pain that I've been dealing with. All right, here we go. So I'm not going to alter my route today. It's the same route that I typically do like to both run and ride. It's just a little over 13 miles. The difference is, I'll just do it a couple times until I get to that 2 hours and 25-minute mark. There's something nice about the familiarity with the route, because I just kind of know, not just know where I am, but know how far I have yet to go, I guess. Because I know it feels really good when I start on that way back. We get to that, what I know is to be the halfway point. I get a little extra energy boost almost when I get there, knowing that I'm on a downhill side of this. Now, today will be different because the halfway mark will be one complete loop around, so it's gonna feel like I'm headed towards home. So that's something mentally I'm gonna have to struggle with a little bit, because when I get towards the end of the loop, of course my body says, or my mind says, we're done. Well, we're not gonna be done today. Today we're gonna keep pushing through and make it a second time around. So sometimes you just gotta do some little mental tricks so that you don't you don't want to quit. So that's what I'm going to be working on a little bit today. And I think just knowing that I got to go at least two and a half times around today, hopefully that'll be enough, and I won't feel like when I get close to home that I'm ready to stop. Oh, low braces. Oh goodness. So for nutrition, I did bring some, if I can get to it, there we go, some Martin gels with me. So I'm treating it the same as I would a regular long run. It's important that you keep up your hydration. Again, I've got 2 bottles of water today, even though I'm out for a longer period of time. There's a couple factors why I did that. Number one, it does help to keep the weight down a little bit on my back, so it saves my back a little bit from getting too sore. But also, it's cooler today, so I may not need, as much as I would on a warmer, hotter day. But also, the route that I'm going, halfway through, takes me right by my house. So if I need to pop in for a second and refuel or use the bathroom, whatever, I'll have an opportunity to do that. That's what's so nice about training runs and training rides. It's okay to take a second to take care of your needs, whether that be fuel or unfueling, whatever the case might be. All right. So, I think of all the workouts that I do, in a marathon training block, the ones I seem to remember the most are the ones that are faced with the most adversity. Whether, you're on a bike, like I am today, working through some issues, or it's raining out and you're riding against the wind, on race day, I'll remember this when I get up to the start line, that, we get faced with a lot of adversity. We just gotta keep pushing through and endure, and we'll reach our goals. Never surrender. Oh goodness, so one of the definite challenges to being on my bike is coming up to corners or intersections where I have to stop. Of course, going uphill and around corners, because when I lose my momentum and I'm in high gear, or low gear, I guess, the hardest gear, it's a lot of work to get going again. Oh my goodness. I do feel like my legs are getting one heck of a workout. So it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes to complete the loop around town that I normally do. So again, that's 13 miles, but that's less than halfway done. So I have 1 hour and 20 minutes to go. I will likely, try to find maybe a couple sections of the loop that I can repeat a few times, so that when I get to the end, I can just head towards home. So mentally, I think that's probably the best bet for me right now. Oh man, going uphill. So I still got a ways to go, but it's almost lunchtime, and I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Even though I've got some Martin gels with me to help, they don't really fill you up, at least not me anyway. So I've been kind of obsessing over some sweet potato and black bean burgers. So you can bet that's what I'm going to be making up when I get home, because that sounds so good. A little bit of avocado spread on top of that. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just making me more hungry. I gotta stop talking about it. This is gonna make it worse. Oh, so one of the things I've been working on is trying to keep my heart rate to that 125, maybe 130, somewhere in that ballpark. Because today, like I said in the beginning, is all about endurance and stamina. I'm not trying to work on my VO2 max. I don't want to overdo it. I need my body, to have a chance to recover and benefit from the different workouts. But at times I'd look down and I was right where I wanted to be, and other times I was 140, 142, something like that. So something I just need to pay attention to. So I tried to keep everything pretty much the same as I would if I were going out on a long run as opposed to a long bike ride. So for fueling for this morning for breakfast, I had, you know, some oatmeal, steel cut oats with some blueberries and cinnamon sprinkled in. But I also had a Thomas plain bagel with some peanut butter. Oh, that was delicious. Sometimes, you know, that's my preferred breakfast. Now, when I was in Boston, the hotel we stayed at, it didn't have a microwave, so I wasn't able to do my oatmeal that day. And you know, you just kind of go with the flow. So I ended up having, you know, a couple of bagels and peanut butter and called it good that day. So that's something I'll have to pay attention to with the next hotel, whether or not it has a microwave or not. If it doesn't, we'll stick with bagels. Seem to work. All right, we'll talk more in a minute. Oh goodness, we got rained on most of the workout. Now it's probably maybe half an hour or so when I wasn't getting at least sprinkled on, but the last, I don't know, probably 40 minutes or so, it's been kind of a steady downpour. So I am drenched and a little cool. I got a little bit chilly out there, so I'm gonna go and take me a warm shower. And those sweet potato and black bean burgers are calling my name, so I'm going to be making some of those as soon as I get out of the shower and get warmed up a little bit. Overall, you know, I'm pretty happy with the workout. You know, I felt like my legs were underneath me pretty much the whole time. Started getting a little tired, especially going uphill on my bike. I think I went just a little over 30 miles. So as far as working on endurance and stamina, I think we're right on target for that. And don't forget, you guys, you can, you know, email me, you know, comments, questions, preferably if you want to videotape yourself. I'd like to feature you in an upcoming video. So if you have interest in that, or if you just want to say hi to the Run Tall family, or maybe you just want to say hi to family and friends, that's fine too. You know, just something real simple. You know, like, hey, this is Tim from mid-Michigan. Just wanted to say hi to Run Tall family, or say, hi Mom, whatever you prefer. All right, I think that would just be fun and maybe a little bit more interesting, you know, for us to take a look at anyway. So, all right, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another, and I'll see you tomorrow.